everyone. Welcome to Writing 121, English Composition. There's a few things I want to point out in the syllabus that I think are really important, and I want to make doubly sure that you've heard them as well as read them. The first is in the helpful link section at the very top. You can get Microsoft Word and the entire Office suite for free. All you have to do is click on that link, enter your school email address, and you'll be all set up. And that's really important because when you submit your rough drafts and final drafts of your papers, I will only accept them in Word. Google Docs, when people send them to me, usually require authorization, and even after I've gone through the process of requesting authorization, they never open. PDFs, on the other hand, do open, but I'm not able to comment within them other than like highlighting sections, and that's not really very helpful. So with Word, I have the ability to use track changes, which allows me to edit and offer suggestions as well as compliments right in the text of the paper, and that's why I want you to use Word, and it's free, so I need you to use that. Second section is in the class policies and procedures. Attendance, I expect you to log in every week, maybe multiple times depending on how often you need to read things and or check things. But if I see that you've not logged in for 8 full days or more, you've automatically failed the course. I think it's really important that you don't miss any more than a week, because then it becomes very difficult to catch up. So that's important. The other thing is in the forbidden essay topics section, there are a few. Abortion, that's a moral issue. You're right, no matter what you believe, because that's what you believe, and no one can tell you what you feel is wrong. The Supreme Court, Roe versus Wade, every single person in the world has an opinion about that, and since we haven't reached any type of consensus, let's not try to do that in a 3-page essay. So that's off the table. Cars, no matter what you're writing about, it always turns into a love letter to cars, and I don't want anybody to write about that. Gun control and the Second Amendment, this has been around for hundreds of years, and we still have no idea exactly how to interpret the Second Amendment, so let's not write about it. 3 pages won't be able to do it justice. Marijuana, it's legal, however I don't care about it. I've read too many papers about it. I just don't want to read another paper about marijuana. Nothing to do with marijuana. Mission trips, those always start out with really good intentions, but ultimately, again, they just become a love letter to a deity. And while I support anyone wanting to go to another country and provide service, I just don't want to read about it. It's not necessarily an academic topic. Sports, no matter what you write about, it turns into a love letter to sports, so don't write about those. Obesity, I'm tired of reading about those papers. That's the reason that that's on the list of forbidden topics. And then the drinking and smoking age. They are what they are. A lot of these age limits are set in place, via federal mandate, so I just don't want to read about those. Basically, any other topic is okay to write about, regardless of how controversial it might be, regardless of how many different opinions there might be about it. This forbidden topic list is the only thing I want you to pay attention to in terms of what not to write about. Late and short papers, this is important. If a paper is late, if I want it to be due by midnight, you turn it in the next day, it's late. Late papers automatically earn a D. So I'll grade it, and let's say it gets 95 points out of 100, 95%. That A is actually a D, so it's really a 65. Now, if something is short, I'll grade it again as if it was fully the right length. And if it gets an A for quality, it's a C because it's short. So you really don't want to be late or short. Now, if something is late and it's short, it's an automatic F. But the catch is I have to have grades, no matter what they are, for all 3 essays that I assign this term, because it's only 3. So you have to turn everything in. So please, try to make it on time and fulfill the length requirements. Workshops, I'll have a separate video about that as we get closer to them, but just keep in mind that other people besides myself are going to read your essays. So that might help you in topic choice and exactly what you choose to write about and express yourself within. One more thing, revisions. If you earn on the initial grade a grade of D or F, you have the opportunity to revise that essay within 1 week. I have to have a substantial revision. We'll be able to, of course, talk about that, but no, you have 1 week, and only if it's a D or an F. A, B, and C grades stand. Thanks.